Hi, my name is Patrick Gardner. I'm a writer for SEGA.com, also known as Perguru, and I'm here with Sam Mullen. So Sam, I want to ask you a few questions about Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 6.
Sure.
So first question is, what do you think made Sega have renewed focus on bringing over Yakuza titles?
So we never gave up on the series at all. It was just there was a lot of stuff going on, and so from the fan perspective, I can definitely see why it may seem like it was a loss in focus. But we definitely wanted to just signal that we would commit to the series. With Yakuza 0, we brought them out there this year, and we've got to catch up.
Oh yeah,
we've got to catch up. So it's Yakuza then, Yakuza in a couple months, and Yakuza in a couple months.
You guys be killing it with Puyo as well.
No one saw that one coming.
Being a part of the localization team for Kiwami, did you ever play the English version of Yakuza 1? And what do you think about the localization? And what approach does Kiwami take?
Okay, so I've only ever so slightly played the original Yakuza 1, the English dub version, but I am aware of it. I've watched various bits of it. But the reality is that 2005 was just a different time. Localization was different back then. I think even sort of the way people consume Japanese content back in 2005 is very different than it is these days. I think there's a lot more familiarity with Japanese content than Japan itself. So things that would just not have been normal, not even as weird back then, we can go and take a game and just put it out in Japanese voice now and really bad tonight. So at the end of the day, 2005 was 2005, 2006 was 2006, and now we're in 2017. Having Kiwami lets us kind of do it again in a way that's modern.
Awesome.
With modern approach.
What is your favorite new addition to Yakuza 6 and Kiwami?
So Kiwami, my favorite new addition to Kiwami is the fact that they added in, well, there's two things actually for Kiwami. Personally, I think they're most compelling parts. One is they've added like almost 30 minutes of new cutscenes that explain sort of Nishikiyama's turn to the dark side.
The dark side.
I mean, if you've played Yakuza 0, he's a mega bro with Kiryu. They're like thick as thieves in that. Yeah. So how does he go from being so tight with Kiryu to just being he's a jerk. He's an absolute jerk.
I guess Kiryu was an asshole towards him too, like when he took the name.
That's true. Yeah. No one ever really quite figured that one out. But yeah, I mean that's one of the main things. Also the fact that they Majima has become such a fan favorite, and they want to he was a big part of Yakuza 0. They brought him up into Kiwami as sort of like the Mr. Shakedown of this game.
Exactly.
With the Majima everywhere sort of subsystem. So you'll see him popping up in all kinds of different ways in that time. So those are my personal favorite things about Kiwami. There's also new stuff that they've added, new sub-stories. There's even some stuff that if you played Yakuza 0, there's some new stuff that ties them together. Some stuff in there like that. So keep an eye out. It's great. You don't have to play Yakuza 0 to enjoy Kiwami at all, because Kiwami is the very first game. But if you have to play anytime, when it comes to Yakuza 6, there's a couple things. Probably the biggest thing is because they redid it in re-aging. It's everything's seamless. There's no loading screens or anything. Well, there's a couple of loading screens when you're coming in mini games, but essentially fights, everything is just
it's all real time.
It's all real time. So that's probably the biggest thing.
One last question I want to ask you: who is your favorite Yakuza character? It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I'll tell you what.
Who's your favorite?
Goro Majima. I just like his wacky craziness and like his obsession with Kiryu and the way he just speaks his name out with like such expression. It's like Kiryu-chan, Kiryu-chan.
I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a toss up between Akiyama is super cool. I love me some Akiyama. I actually really like Rikia from Yakuza 3.
Oh.
But you may not know this, but one of the main characters in Yakuza 6, this character named Yuta Usami, he's voiced by the same guy, or he's depicted as the same guy that voiced Rikia. It's the same voice actor. It's kind of coming back, so. But I really like Rikia. He's probably my favorite.
And that's about it for today. Thank you, Sam, for coming.